Of course, our votes count. Okay.
We could just like post the poll outside of the actual video as well. That way we can get more feedback on it.
From nobody, because nobody.
Like if we posted the actual poll on our Facebook page and a separate post from the video, people would be like, "Look, all I have to do is click this. I don't even have to watch them do
all
this
you gotta
stupid
do.
shit."
You don't even have to worry about it. Don't even have to.
We can each basically each of us pick a game that we think we should do the stream for, and then they can vote on one of those 4 options.
I don't think we should do a stream ever again.
That's probably not true. Just never in general of anything.
Fuck streams.
Wow,
I'm quitting.
That's
life
strong words. You're
right
quitting.
now.
All right.
I'm quitting my life right now.
That's all right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sorry We're Late.
We were starting.
I was just seeing if
I'll just put this away.
we can capture a wild Mark in the wild. See what he's doing there. He was playing Celeste. That's what he was doing.
Yes, it's very hard.
Welcome to episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 7 of Sorry We're Late. This is show, guys.
This shit show.
This is a show where we are broadcasted live on YouTube, Kerley Studios, Kerley, where we talk about any random topics we feel like talking about with you, lovely people. You can participate in the live chat with your comments, questions, concerns. Let us know what you feel about the topics. Hello, Mason. Welcome. Well, you are out of school. We are late today, and I'm not sorry.
No,
No, not even a little bit. Maybe a little. Just a little bit. So
uncontrolled circumstances.
Those two.
I was trapped.
So we are one chair short today. D-Rock is not going to be joining us, unfortunately.
Sadly.
Yeah. So it is us 3. My topic today. We will start with my topic because I'm selfish. I'm a selfish jerk.
I hate you.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I'm gonna start with my topic. My topic. I want to talk about movie soundtracks. Like, what is your favorite? But I decided that's really hard to do.
That is very.
So I'm gonna do 4 shout outs, and then you have to pick a favorite.
Out of those 4?
Yeah, out of those 5. You're gonna give 4 shout outs and then be like, but this one. Okay. Yeah, you get to watch today, Mason. Let us know what your favorite movie soundtrack is. Ryan, what is yours?
I have to go first.
Ryan, what is yours?
Oh man, it's so stupid.
So, do you guys want to do shout outs first?
Let's do shout outs first before we do favorite, because this is a hard
topic.
It's hard.
I don't have a favorite because there's so many that I like.
Yeah, exactly. Like clearly though, the Cantina song.
Star Wars can be
number 1.
Can be okay. We're not doing favorites yet. We're doing shout outs.
We're doing shout outs. Listen, pay attention, Mark. God dang.
I'm shouting that one.
He's shouting out his favorite
for number 1.
So, Ryan, what are your shout outs?
I really love the score for the Harry Potter movies, like just all of them.
Spider-Man soundtrack. That is a good
Mason says the original Spider-Man soundtrack. Okay, that's a pretty good one. What's up, Rosario?
Does it count if it's like Guardians, like how they? I mean,
no,
it's a soundtrack, but it's like
counts.
It's not an original.
It can be a score,
or
it can be a soundtrack. I mean, it's really
Guardians is really
what hits
Guardians is really good.
Guardians is a good shout out.
That's good.
You got 2 more.
I have to give you 4.
Yeah, 4 shout outs and a favorite.
I love the score to the Wonder Woman movie. That was good. Anything Hans Zimmer related, period.
I was gonna say like you were in love with the Batman v Superman sound.
That's what I'm waiting on. Shut up. Don't ruin it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Ruined.
So
spoiler alert.
And then the Jurassic Park's got a really good soundtrack.
Jurassic Park does.
That really good score for.
So my shout outs. This is hard because every single one of these I could clearly put as my favorite of all time. My shout out Across the Universe.
Well, I mean, yeah, obviously.
What do you mean, obviously? I mean, yeah, it is. It is one of the best soundtracks of anything ever.
Very well produced.
Not even,
well recorded. It's just very solid.
Some of the songs on there are better than the original songs.
I can agree with you on that.
It's
because
crazy.
Just the way they re-recorded them.
For those of you who don't know, Across the Universe is a musical
about the Beatles, but
not about the Beatles. It's an original story, but they use the Beatles
lyrics,
discography.
kind of. It's.
I mean, it's like songs.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
they remix it and
it's very loosely based on if you were to just chain together a bunch of Beatles songs into
and make a
love
story. Yeah,
yeah.
It's really good.
Really good. Speaking of that, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the movie, has a good soundtrack.
That is very true.
And it's sang
also
by one of the
movie.
Bee Gees.
Yeah.
Ah, you got it. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Good stuff.
Number 2 shout out, and this hurts me to not be my favorite, but the original Batman '89. That freaking Batman theme has stayed with Batman for freaking ever. It's still in the cartoon, still in the Lego games. That it was the animated series. Danny Elfman is like freaking god amongst men. He's, if I was to ever see a like live composer, yeah, like with a symphony or orchestra or whatever, that's the one I would do. I want to see Danny Elfman in an orchestra play live. It would be freaking amazing. Another shout out was gonna be Guardians. That was a good one, and I had one earlier. I can't remember what it was. God, it was another one with like songs placed in it. It wasn't Guardians. What the hell was it? It was like oh fuck, Wayne's World. Wayne's World,
yes.
An amazing soundtrack.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna interrupt you for a second. I'm gonna let you have Guardians because I forgot about one of my favorites, which is the original Mortal Kombat. Was like one of the redeeming. You're laughing at me, but one of the redeeming qualities of those movies was that one song really that just made the whole movie.
It's got a pretty solid story.
Wasn't that before the movie?
No. That came out with the movie.
That song was the movie?
The series has the movie to thank for that song.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That is interesting. That's a really good song.
Before that.
It's not...
It's perfect for what it's for.
It is.
Okay.
But Wayne's World. You can't watch that movie and not tie it to its soundtrack. Like, I mean, you have Feed My Frankenstein.
You can if you turn
You've
the
got,
sound off.
what is the song?
Watch it.
Ballroom Blitz.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Foxy Lady, that scene, like, dude.
Sure. Can I be frank with you?
What?
Can I be cards still?
Shut up.
That's a good scene. Shut up.
It is. Go ahead. What are your shout outs?
Well, I did say Star Wars. Love the Star Wars soundtrack. It's just not necessarily all the songs on the soundtrack. But I mean, you can say that about most movies.
It's hard to find a bad one with Star Wars, though.
Yeah, no, I mean, just as far as favorites go. But there's, the Imperial March always gets me pumped.
Dude, it does.
See, that's like the least favorite of mine. Like, Imperial March, I feel is overrated.
In The Force Awakens,
overplayed.
when they brought that theme back with the mask, that hit so freaking hard. It was so good.
It's overplayed, but it's very intense. And I like the intensity.
Like, when they do a more dramatic take on it, like in the newer movies, where they, like... They compose it differently.
Oh, well, yeah.
I like that better than the original.
I mean, it's just a really good theme, though.
Yeah.
Star Wars is a shout out, but I mean, it was already covered.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But let's see. Oh man, just blanked out. Listening to you guys, there was what was it? I had it on the tip of my tongue. I was hanging on to it.
Mason says, "Toy Story. You got a friend in me."
Toy Story's got
a good one.
That's the only thing I can remember from that.
Ghostbusters.
Randy Newman's
Rosario. That's an amazing one. Ghostbusters.
Yeah. God, and now that movie escapes me.
Dude, Lion King. The Lion King. Son of a bitch.
Lion King does have a good one.
I haven't seen 2049, but I like.
I'm taking Guardians out and replacing it with Lion King for my shout out. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, as good as Guardians is, it's not Lion King.
Very good though. But I like the Blade Runner.
That is a good one.
It was very.
It's a good score.
Very intense.
It is. It's very sci-fi.
Yeah, but I like that. I like industrial music.
I haven't seen the new one yet. Have you seen the new one?
I have not.
We need to watch it.
We do. We should watch that one.
Watch that
because I've heard you're either gonna love it or hate it. But I think I'll love it.
Back to the Future. I don't place the soundtrack with that. I can't really think of it.
No, it's got Back to the Future 2 has a really solid soundtrack. Love that one. I don't know. There's just
any more shout outs?
If I can remember the one that just slipped out of my brain, I was holding on to it. I was thinking of it this whole time we've been having this conversation. It'll come back to me. It was a movie with songs in it, not an original soundtrack.
I have to add another shout out. La La Land. I got.
Still haven't seen it.
Yeah,
gotta see it. That's another amazing soundtrack. I've done more than 4 shout-outs, but they just deserve it. So let's go ahead and do favorites. Ryan, we know yours.
You know mine because you're a dick.
I did not expect that to be number 1.
That is number 1.
Crazy.
That, to me, Batman vs. Superman it's the only soundtrack that I've ever had to go out of my way and buy, like a physical copy of it.
You didn't have to.
Yeah,
No, I had to.
You shouldn't have had to. I mean, it is good.
It's such a good score.
The
like,
Wonder Woman theme is the best part about it.
That's a lie. The Wonder Woman is a very close second, but the best part of that movie is Superman's theme. The dramatic, they just heart ripping out of chest.
What?
Yeah, dude, they play it right before, spoiler alert, Superman is impaled by Doomsday. Like, it's just...
Oh God, I haven't seen the movie.
Like...
It's because it's...
Mason
If
said
you-
BVS, really? Thank you, Mason.
Ryan,
Dude,
Ryan's all
I love
We
anything...
got 2 votes for Ghostbusters.
Personally, I love anything Hans Zimmer to begin with.
He's a good composer.
No, he is. Like, that is one of the better parts about that movie, is the score is really good.
The score was amazing.
Is it
What
number
about
1?
Justice League?
It's number 1 for me. He didn't
what
compose Justice League.
Yeah, but what about its soundtrack?
When they brought Danny Elfman's theme, that was the best
That
part.
was great.
It was. But then, what about the rest of it?
I was like,
The movie was great. Y'all can both fuck off.
It was
Like,
good.
I'm
It wasn't
just saying,
great. It wasn't
could
great.
have shaved his mustache. He could have just done that. It would have been cheaper.
I think he should have just went full beard. That way he could have kept the mustache, but also like he should have had facial hair anyway. He was dead for like a year.
I mean, yeah.
But your hair doesn't grow.
When he comes
die.
back in the comics, he has a full fucking beard. Like
Yeah,
they
but-
should have just went with that.
Yeah,
They
but
should
your,
have.
your hair doesn't grow when you die, though.
But was he actually dead? I mean,
I don't know, was he?
I've
Was
heard
he-
that your
wasn't he
hair
just
and nails do
recovering?
still grow.
No, see, that's a misconception because you're dehydrating, so it just makes it look like it's getting longer. Yeah, your body's actually shrinking around.
Shit,
It's
we
weird,
learning.
right?
We
It's
learning,
a little
guys.
morbid, but
Mason
there's a fact
asks,
of the day.
Mason asks, Batman versus Flash. He says Flash wins. And I've had this argument with this young man before that if Batman has the prep time, he can take down the Flash.
I think if Batman has the prep time, he can probably take down anybody because he got too much damn money.
I think Spider-Man could take him. If they crossed universes, I feel like
I
Spider-Man...
think you're thinking with your head, not your your heart, and not your head, because like
I was thinking just DC.
I mean,
in what
just coming off of like Justice League Doom and his contingency plan to kill everybody, I'm just like,
look, I used to be about this whole give Batman prep time any day and he can take down anybody, but
not anybody. I think he could take the Flash.
but
I don't think he could take like
I don't think he
Doomsday
could,
by himself
I
or
don't think he
something
could
like.
take like Martian Manhunter. I don't
No,
know if he could
well,
take
yeah,
him
I think
down.
Manhunter probably has an edge.
Yeah.
Or even like Green Lantern.
I don't think he could take the
Yeah.
Flash.
I think he'd take the Flash. Anyway, my favorite soundtrack of all time for a movie, Nightmare Before Christmas. Another Danny Elfman,
It's a good
but
one.
it's because I love him so much. But that the music has stayed with me since I was a little kid. Like, and so granted, so did the Batman one, but like this is an entire movie of greatness. Whereas the Elfman stuff on Batman, you hear that one theme and you're good. Like, but no, Nightmare Before Christmas, I could watch and listen to that movie any holiday, any day of the year.
It is good.
Have you ever? It's like there's like a rock version of the entire score of that
Like The
movie.
Rock,
No, like
like Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
no, a bunch of rock bands
What's
like
this?
Rise Against did one song.
Oh,
and then
like, okay.
Korn did Sandy Claus or something like that.
That sounds awesome.
It was pretty
I
good.
know Manson did a pretty good cover of
That's crazy.
This Is Halloween.
Yeah.
Charles
But like,
Yes, Charles Manson.
maybe I don't know.
Never
Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know the soundtrack for that.
It's very spooky. Very intense.
I think if D-Rock was here, he would have said something along those lines. Maybe not
Like
that,
horror?
but maybe
Yeah.
like Halloween, because I know he loves
You
that.
know what a really good current theme is the Stranger Things theme. I freaking
Dude,
love it.
that's
It's
not a
so
movie though. So get the fuck
It's
out of here
not,
with that.
but I'm just saying for like a creepy soundtrack, that one does it really well. But no, like most of mine are musicals because I like conceptual music in general. Like I like prog rock and stuff that tells a story. So whenever music combines with that, I think it really excels, especially with like The Lion King, La La Land. And
So I've never seen it, but I have to mention that neither of you shouted out for Tenacious D.
that's an amazing one. That's shout out. I didn't even think about it.
That is true.
One of the best musicals of all
my other
time.
shout out. My other shout out was Tommy. By
Tommy?
The Who.
The Pinball Wizard?
Yes.
They
turned it into a movie. Like
I don't think I've seen that movie.
I've heard about it. I've never seen it, but
it is fantastic. Actually,
is he deaf and blind?
He is in the movie. He goes deaf, dumb, and blind because of a traumatic
experience. Why do they call him dumb
though? Because it means you can't talk, Kerley.
That's what dumb means?
Yeah. Yes.
I thought that was just mute.
No, same thing, man.
I didn't know that.
Same thing. But yeah, so he goes deaf, dumb, and blind when he catches. And this is the beginning, so it's not a spoiler. It's literally the first thing that happens. His dad's off at war in World War II, and his mom cheats on him with some other guy. And he walks in the room and sees it and just shuts down completely. So they think he's gone like fully mentally out of it, and they just treat him like garbage all of his life.
Jesus, he's a Pinball Wizard.
But he becomes a pinball wizard. Pinball Wizard in that movie is sang by Elton John.
That sounds incredible.
It is beautiful. It's so good.
On that note, Crossroads, you ever seen that?
That is a crazy movie.
Dude, Steve Vai, man, ridiculous guitar work in that movie.
Ralph Macchio, fake but ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, you know that Steve Vai's hands every time.
Yeah,
I love that.
I'm gonna go back because I didn't get enough chance to. I didn't really think about this.
I've been back like
I'm
8
gonna
times.
take Batman vs Superman and put it on my shout-outs list and change my answer to August Rush.
August Rush is fantastic.
That is a really
good.
That's a really good one.
That's fantastic.
It's one of those movies that like I love the movie, but it's not like a like it's like a favorite movie, but not like super favorite. But like the soundtrack was
really good.
Oh my god,
that's another one where the music tells the story.
Yeah,
like, it's really fantastic.
I feel like I would definitely have to if we were going based off of soundtracks, since I don't get too big into soundtracks. My favorite probably would be Tommy, because I've seen that movie a ridiculous.
I love the Who,
times.
so I mean,
and I would definitely put Tenacious D, Pick a Destiny on my shout out
list. That's a really good one,
because that is a solid movie. If you
really
haven't seen it, we need to all sit down and watch that.
We could easily watch that.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Let's watch Tommy first because it's a little depressing, and we can follow it up with Tenacious D. It's funny. It'll make you feel better.
Yeah, let's depress ourselves and then
Tommy's so good.
Instantly change that up.
It's just a good album it's based off.
Mason wants to know about video game soundtracks not next week, I almost said next week, but that topic will be coming soonish.
But can I just say?
No.
Can I just say
shut the fuck up.
I just want to say one thing.
You can't get into it. No, stop.
I just want to say one thing.
Take a stop.
Put a pin in it. It's done.
Whee! I won't remember the
Goodbye.
Thing. Yeah, exactly.
Write it down. Write it down.
Forever. I'm writing it down.
It doesn't matter. When you can think of something else. No.
I was like, no. I whispered it.
If you guys heard that, don't let me know.
In the chat.
Damn it.
You would agree with me, okay? Is all I have
probably
to say.
would. There's not a lot of soundtracks of video games that are bad.
But it's fantastic. And I would like to get into the subject, and I hate that I have to wait.
You do.
This is such
you
a
have to
good
wait.
subject. I
It's too
hate
bad.
you.
I
hate you, man.
Well, we all hate me.
All right, so my question is, what are your favorite video game soundtracks?
I hate you.
No.
Mason says, "What the fuck did I start? What did you start?
Started a war with me not being able to use my freedom of
Batman
speech.
versus Black Panther?
Is that a movie? I would like to see
That's something that's commonly asked though. Like that.
Yeah.
They're compared a lot, but they're not very similar. It's weird. I don't understand.
I mean, they're both rich.
They both have
look like
ears.
bats.
They both have spiked ears. That's what it is, man. Name one other superhero other than Catwoman, and she's dumb. So
What?
name
The fuck? She's not even a superhero, and she's not dumb.
Exactly. That's why she's dumb. She's not a hero.
She's an anti-hero.
Villains are dumb. Anti-heroes are dumb.
No, they're
Just kidding,
not.
I love Deadpool.
Not just Deadpool, asshole.
No, but
Catwoman?
He's the best
Venom?
anti-hero. I mean,
Stop being an asshole. Like
Venom. You can argue with him.
I mean,
being
he's
an
totally a
anti-hero,
villain, but he becomes an maybe an anti-villain.
Yeah, he kind of flip-flops sometimes.
It's Catwoman. It's the same thing.
Okay, but
Deadpool, the same
Carnage though.
Carnage is just Carnage. The Carnegie Hall is straight up villain.
Yeah, but I love his character.
Mark, what's your topic?
Carnage.
Carnage is not your topic.
Or hate. That's
no one can love him.
A novella. Chapter 1. No, so this is a little bit of a more complex question.
Okay.
But it's a little more personal than just opinions. But I figured we could talk a little bit about ourselves since we never do that. So
we do that every day.
Well, we talk about what we like.
Yeah.
But let's say,
which is,
I'm gonna take it back a couple steps.
Okay. You want to get deep.
Not too deep, unless you want to take it there. But
I'll go deep with you.
Basically, what is something that you were so engrossed with, like just unreasonably obsessed with in the past, that due to whatever reason, you know, like just financial issues, you weren't able to continue doing the hobby or something like that, you just grew out of it, you were just so obsessed with that you no longer do, that you would like to get back into, but you can never find yourself doing it?
Ryan?
What the fuck? Why?
I mean, I have my answer.
You just like being a dick.
That's right.
Alright.
I mean, you can have multiple choices, because I
do
I'm
have
sure
multiple things, because there's a few things that...
There's a few things that I was completely engrossed in. Like, I mean, if you're talking about, like, so passionate about now just is gone, there's only a couple things.
Well, yeah, then you can list those, because you know what they are. That's why I wanted to make an easy question that you can kind of...
Right.
know. You know what it is.
So, the first one I'm going to go with is, like, I was engrossed in it, but it was the lesser of the two. I was stupid into aggressive skating.
Oh, really?
What is aggressive skating?
It's like
punching people.
Oh god!
Have you ever played Tony Hawk? You know, there's just like weird Elmo people. That's aggressive skating.
Did you say weird Elmo people?
Yeah, weird Elmo people. They're just like.
I don't remember. Is that Tony Hawk 4 and up?
No, that's Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. Nobody
that
played
is
that
4
one,
and up.
So, yeah.
I stopped at 4.
Yeah, but it's not 4. It's just up.
Ryan, explain to me what aggressive skating is. Shit.
Aggressive skating is like skateboarding, but with rollerblades. Basically, it's
rollerblading.
No, aggressive. See, you get beat up for saying that.
That's why they're so aggressive. What the fuck?
But like, you can just rollerblade like anywhere. Like,
you can just rollerblade like a pansy anywhere.
There's,
like
there's rollerblading. There's street skating. And there's just like aggressive skating, where it's like
that's where you roll through the police station. You punch as many cops as you can.
That's where
stick it to the men.
Where you're using the ramps and the pipes and grinding and tricks and stuff like that. And I got like really into that for about a year.
That's called inline skating.
It's called aggressive skating. This was a year of my life, Mark.
You're so angry. It's a good thing you're not aggressive anymore. It's good riddance.
It's called fruity booting. Fruity booting.
Well, I've heard that.
Is that real?
That's real.
It's
yes.
what skateboarders call aggressive skaters.
Fruity
aggressive
booting.
skaters were fruity booters, and then skaters are wood pushers.
Yeah.
Why are they so homosexual? Like, I mean, I'm not hating them.
No, it's just they're just making fun of each other.
Well, it was at a time where being homophobic was a popular thing.
Fruity booters cannot sound straight. You can't say that I'm a fruity booter.
But hey,
to just a normal
nobody
group
would
of
say
people.
I'm a fruity booter. They would say, "Look at those stupid fruity booters over there."
So it was an insult.
Yes.
We're in a day where calling somebody homosexual was an insult. And still is if you're like that, you know, edgy, all aggressive.
Asshole?
Stupid. Yeah, assholes. You know?
But it didn't necessarily have to have a homosexual connotation. It was just an insult, just like wood pusher, because they're just
wood pusher also sounds like a.
It's because it's a plant.
They're both homosexual connotations.
Yeah, but there's more than that, because they also have nicknames for BMX riders and scooter. I would
rather be called a wood pusher than a fruity booty or whatever it was.
Well, he was a fruity booter, so don't say that.
If I had a choice, I would be a wood pusher.
You're gonna upset him
because you could be like pushing it away, you know, like.
Anyway,
so deeply into these names.
I was stupid big into that for about a year, and then Katrina hit, and the skate park went away. And
were you good at it?
I was getting to the point where I could drop in and. I wasn't doing like tricks
Drop
yet,
in, do
but
triple 360 no scopes.
But I was going to
what?
Yeah, man, exactly.
No scopes?
Yeah. I was like saving up money to buy me a decent pair of aggressive skates that actually had a grind plate on them.
Six skates.
They're called aggressive skates. I bought the skates at aggressiveskates.com. You son of a bitch.
Well, of course, aggressiveskates.com would put everything aggressive.
No, it's aggressive skating. It's
Here
what's
are
called.
aggressive underwear. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
We've also got aggressive stickers and aggressive patches. Buy this aggressive water. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I drink.
I'm about to commit an act of aggression if you don't shut the fuck up.
Okay, so explain why you got out of it.
Okay, so after...
Aside from Katrina.
Is that the reason? That's pretty much the reason that the skate park went away, and I tried to do skating around, like we would go up to the storage units around my house and do skating there and stuff, but it's not the same.
I mean, you don't have the vert ramps and stuff.
Right. And then I just, figured out that I was... By the way,
for anyone wondering, we're from the south on the Gulf Coast, so Hurricane Katrina, I know you know what it is, but we are heavily affected by that, all personally.
Yeah, it just took out a ton of stuff.
And most of the people that are going to be watching this were also affected by that, so they should know that.
I mean, if we got Warzario's, definitely not from the south. Neither is Mason.
Yeah,
well, Mason is from Texas, so maybe. But some people I know are from Chicago that watch.
Yeah.
So fuck up, right?
I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, so continuing. It was a long process of figuring out that I was uncoordinated, and Hurricane Katrina, and then I met D-Rock, and D-Rock tried to get me into skateboarding, and that was just a fail altogether.
See, I tried skating. I was big into it for about a year, but I wouldn't say I was completely engrossed by it. I wanted to do it, but I was just bad at it. Like actual skateboarding, not aggressive or lightly, just medium level of anger.
Yeah, I was a wood pusher for a couple of years, and then somebody stole my skateboard out of my house. I have no idea why. That's the only thing.
I still have my old board. I haven't touched it in years.
It sucks. It was very expensive. It was a Christmas present. It was like a $600 board.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was heartbroken, man. But after that, I was like, I'm not getting back into skateboarding. I have no reason to. Plus, there wasn't really much places to skate in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, that's also
where
true.
I lived. So,
they should redo a skate park, or
we should have something.
Is there not a skate park near here? I feel like
I know there's one in Hammond, but that's a long way. Hurricane Katrina, you were in Rosario. Okay, correction made. Some people were also.
This is your lesser one, if you have one.
Lesser one? It's hard to say. I don't read as much. I was completely engrossed in reading for several years of my life, where I didn't really watch TV or play games for a long period of time, but I read. I read a lot of Stephen King, read the Harry Potter books 18 million times. And I'm not out of it. I still read. It's just, I'll read maybe 2 books out of a year. And that's not. I was reading, 12 books a year back then.
Man, a book a month, that's a lot.
Yeah. But, I mean...
What kind of books are we talking about here? Are we talking about, Magic Treehouse? Or are we talking about,
No, I mean, real novels. I would read...
start on Magic Treehouse, right now. Magic Treehouse.
I mean, I'm not doubting your love for Magic Treehouse, and I'm not doubting that it's a good series.
And the Boxcar Children.
Okay. You used to live in Alabama. Nice.
Boxcar Children were fantastic.
Stephen King. Mason, my dude.
Stephen King is
so yeah, it was a lot of Stephen. It was a lot of Stephen King.
He's good.
I read a lot of his books.
Read a lot of his stuff. I need to read the Dark
For several
Tower
years,
series.
I was catching up on my dad's whole collection, but I mean, I can't say that I dropped out. I mean, I want to. It's just I don't. Reading is time consuming. It's one of those things that you enjoy doing that just if you read 4 chapters in a night, it takes an hour. Or, it depends on what kind of book you're reading and all that. But it's it just. Bam, time's going by. What's up, Pink Lady? How you doing? Welcome.
Because the older we get, the less time we have.
It's
saddening because it's
it
there's so much stuff you want to do, and then you're oh look, it's already 2 a.m. and I should.
But if we get to that point where we get so old, then we start getting time back.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's why we got to take care of ourselves now.
That's what's
so
up.
We can get to that golden age.
Oh yeah.
Now the big
golden
one,
age of 40.
The big one for me is acting, because I was huge into being a thespian in high school. I mean, I would.
What?
Yes. It was something that I would have, if I wasn't big into music and stuff, I would have gone in the route of I would potentially move to Hollywood or something. I legit wanted to be an actor for a long time, and it was just because I enjoyed it so much in school, and it was something I was good at. that people told me that I was good at. You know what I mean? I don't know if I actually was, but I would engross myself in that. Like I would read scripts and stuff like that. I would try to make it to plays and stuff, especially going around locally, but it was hard to do because I was literally the only person in my circle of friends besides people in drama that were into that. Like, because I was also in bands and stuff, and the people that I was in bands with, you guys, well, you know them, they were like, dude, that stuff's lame. This stuff's stupid.
I feel you.
But
I thought you were going to go with rapping.
I'm still rapper. What are you talking about? There's a hot streak about to go.
Let's write raps
but
together, man.
I haven't done any form of acting. Well, I've done some voice acting for a few things, but
have you?
Future projects, yeah. Hey, y'all don't even know about it. Y'all don't even know. Dropped a bomb. Y'all don't even know. Some stuff that this dude on Discord found me, and he wants me to do some stuff, so it's pretty cool.
Nice.
But I want to get back into it eventually. It's something that I would love to be able to do if I had more time, but that is literally the thing. Is like I don't have time to do it. Like I don't have time to
I feel you.
rehearse. Like because if I did, I would go to like the theater that's in Gulfport or it's in Biloxi, and I would do stuff in there. But I don't have the time to make it to all the rehearsals, the whole schmigger-schmerroll.
Yeah,
so that's mine.
I feel you.
Just go LARPing. Don't
It's
do
not
it for
the
you.
same.
It's kind of the same thing. I mean, not really, but because
no,
they're uncultured swines.
It's definitely not the same.
It's kind of close. Yeah, it's acting. They act.
It's not the same. Right.
I want to act on the level of performing for people, not performing for myself. Like if that you LARP because you want to do that because it's fun.
Do you?
Because you want to escape.
What if
Whereas
you LARP?
acting
You
is
say
like
on a
big-
smaller scale if you wanted to do
I can
something
see what
more,
you're
like,
saying, but
right now.
no, I don't want to LARP. I don't want to do that.
You say that now.
I don't want to do that.
The times
Doesn't
they are
sound fun.
changing.
It doesn't. It sounds
Yeah,
really
but-
painful, and you got to hang out with a bunch
Like
of nerds.
I'm really terrible with like
stupid
secondhand
nerds.
embarrassment.
It's
And
not
as soon as
painful.
somebody is like
That's it.
Thunderbolt and stabs the ground and nothing happens, just be like, oh. No.
That's one of the best things about acting. Is like when you're doing that stuff, people usually don't judge you like, man, what a freaking nerd.
That's why you just go to like a medieval LARPing thing where you actually have like weapons and you have to hit each other. But they use rattan wood at feathers. It doesn't hurt.
Oh.
Yeah, you ever been hit with rattan wood? It
No.
actually, it can hurt if they're big enough. I had a couple of welts on my arm from that, but that gets into a bunch of things. I was not LARPing, just to clarify, but there was this.
Sounds like you were, and
no, it was.
there's not anything wrong if you were.
No,
It's
I wasn't
like,
LARPing. It was
It's not
this
where like
thing
you
I would-
LARPers out there can go die.
I
Like,
rode
no.
with a friend of mine. He and his mom used to go to this. It was a fencing kind of thing, but it wasn't like regulation fencing. It was like medieval style fencing, and they do it all over the place. I can't remember what the organization's called, but they had their group that did it, and they did fencing and they did chivalry, which were guys who were wearing like actual steel armor in full suits with real shields and long sticks of rattan wood that they turned into swords, and they would just beat each other. And it's essentially like Olympic fencing.
Just
where,
like acting, man.
yeah, I mean, if you got hit
You're right.
in the leg, if you got hit in the leg, that means you lost, or they gained a point and you lost your leg. So now you have to stand on one leg or kneel.
Pink Lady
If you lose
says,
an arm,
"Yes, I wish I did more acting when you were younger. You loved it. I'm sorry. It's never too late.
Time catches
That's all I
up
gotta
with
say.
you, but yeah,
I feel
There's
like one day
20
I'll
more
get back
left.
into it.
yeah.
I want to.
I'd
One
like to
day.
get into voice acting since you were bringing
Just
that
talk
up.
to
I've been-
Gary.
He's doing the Biloxi stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when I did talk to them, they were like, "Yeah, you need to be at rehearsals twice a week these times," and I was like,
Mm.
"No, sorry,
Yeah, they
can't do
can't
it."
work. Yeah. It's just there's so many things that you sit down and you look at it and you're like, I want to do this, but it's either too hard to get into or too time consuming to even start. It kind of
100%.
sucks.
That's
It really
that's
does.
basically like I'm already like spread so thin with so many different things. It's like
Exactly.
at some point you have to have a cutoff. Like you cannot do anything more than what you're doing.
Otherwise, you're gonna drive yourself insane.
Yeah, in which I still do.
Yeah, same.
What is yours?
Okay, so there's been a couple of things. What I'd really like to get back into is concert bands. I'd like to be able to play my sax in some wind symphonies again because that was really fun. I really enjoyed that. But first of all, you have to find a
Explain me
concert
what
band.
a wind symphony is. I know it's like
it's essentially
it's woodwind instruments. right?
Yeah, well, It's woodwind instruments that are basically playing kind of classical style pieces.
Okay.
And they're not gonna have like
Dude,
heavy
that'd be fun as
brass
shit.
or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like
How many
to get my
pieces is
sax
it
up.
usually? Is it
How many
usually
pieces?
like a quartet? Or
It
is
just
it
varies.
big?
I mean, you can go anywhere from like 12 to 60.
Okay, so it is like
Yeah,
huge.
you can get them bigger, but like when I was in college, I was in like a 18-man wind symphony. It wasn't anything major.
Nice.
Yeah, and then jazz band.
Jazz band was fun.
Very sax.
I didn't always
and
get
jazz
picked for
band.
jazz band. Jazz band was awesome.
Yeah. What did you play?
Trumpet.
Oh, I played Barry sax, so I was in every.
Barry
drum.
sax is
Dude,
amazing.
this thing's
I had
huge,
to pay
man.
it. Yeah, it was very heavy on my neck.
I bet.
Yeah, I don't like thinking about that Barry sax because it got broken. I needed a chest harness because they're so heavy. And my band director bought a cheap one with a plastic hook. While we were standing on the field, hook snapped and it just hit the ground.
Did you have to pay for it?
No, because it wasn't my horn. It was his horn and his.
That's what I'm
mistake.
like. Did you have to pay for
I
it?
didn't have to pay for it. I was just out.
Wow.
I was out of a sax for 2 weeks though.
Those
while I
things
was
aren't cheap.
learning.
No.
No, because that was a Selmer Mark VI with a low A key, which basically means it was like a $70,000 horn,
Mother of God.
and it broke.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and so it was like it is probably the most beautiful sounding saxophone I've ever played.
It's also the most beautiful one you've ever
Heard in
broken.
person.
It's an instrument
I didn't
I've
break
always wanted to try
I did
playing.
not break
It just looks so much fun to play.
Oh, it is.
I wish I
definitely
could.
is.
I never learned any sort of woodwind or brass instrument.
I will teach you. I have several.
You have several saxophones?
No, I have several instruments.
Oh,
You want to learn trumpet?
not really.
I'll let you borrow my trumpet.
I'd rather learn
So-
trombone or sax.
I'll teach you my sax.
Like, there's only there's only one song.
I can't tell if he was being real or not.
I mean, I'll teach you if you want to
There's-
learn. I'll bring it over sometime.
Pink Lady played trombone you loved when you were in bands.
That's what I'm
Do
talking
you like
about.
ska music?
Band Nerds Unite. So,
What'd you call
I
me?
said Band Nerds Unite. You're not in this.
I'm not.
Get out of here.
You was in band? I thought you
I
were.
wasn't. I wish I were. One of my life regrets not joining band in school.
It's okay.
I wish I'd have stayed in it longer.
Band was a weird experience because you're on this. It's like this middle ground of everyone else in the school thinks you're a nerd, but everyone in band is really like hardcore, crazy motherfuckers. They're like sex addicts and drug addicts. It was wild, man.
Wow.
What's weird is in my
Yeah.
school, the regular band was the nerds, but then you had the drummers, and they were like the cool kids in school.
But dude, the drum line, they're
Yeah.
just a bunch of weirdos, and that's okay. I was on
I
the
mean,
drum
not
line.
just
I was
all
on the drum
drummers.
line. No, yeah, no. Trust me, I've been on a few drum lines.
They were always like
they
the
act one way.
douchebags
Well,
in
see, they
school.
act that way because they have their own instructor. They have a drum instructor. They're not like the band directors tells them what to do. No, he just controls the band. Every school I've ever been to, maybe not around here, but the drum line always has their own personal instructor, which makes them immediately cooler than everybody else. So they're like douchebags. But when you're around them, when you're friends with them, I was rooming with I roomed with the drum captain in college, and he was just a big goofball. Shout outs to Chris if you watch this. What's up, Chris? Ain't seen you in a while. How's it going? He's at Delta State, still drumming. Anyway,
For the Fighting Okra?
yeah.
Yes. What? Delta State is the Fighting Okra. That is their mascot.
Pink Lady got to play with Leanne Rhymes in
Uh-oh.
high school. What? How? Explain.
Nice.
Explain. I want to know
That
this.
sounds pretty nice. I didn't get to do anything like that.
So what's your big one?
My big one, honestly.
These are supposed to just be the lesser ones, but you jumped ship and just went straight into the big one.
Did you not give your big one?
No.
My bad.
But we'll get back to you.
Aggressive
Well,
skating was his big one.
Yeah, aggressive skating.
I guess I didn't really say them in any particular order because I kind of have them equated, which it'll seem like it's a little tilted once I say this because it's not that big of a deal. To me, I like it. Is twisty puzzles. I don't do those anymore. Like Rubik's cubes.
Oh,
But
when you said twisty
I know.
puzzles,
Well, see,
I thought it was like some cute little put together puzzle that I don't know.
no, it's like a
Some
Rubik's
really
cubes.
niche
I've
puzzle?
got a lot of them of different shapes and sizes. I've got gear cube, gear ball, all kind of stuff. Super cubes.
I didn't realize how giant of a fad that is. Like, not fad, but like just how big of a hobby it is for some
No,
people.
yeah,
Like,
and speed cubing. Like I got really into it. I mean, it has a lot of algorithms, but
Yeah.
then I just stopped. I stopped having time to do it. I stopped this and that.
When I
Like,
learned how to do the Rubik's Cube, somebody explained to me, it's just all algorithms, and they explained it. and I was like, there's an actual like mathematical way to do it.
Yeah.
And then I never did it anyway. I was like, that's too much work.
Also, at a void cube, it's a cube that's just the edges. There's no centers, and that is hard.
It sounds fucking.
Sounds disastrous.
It's not that bad. The problem is that you can, if you imagine there's centers there, and you've got this whole side correct. If you got to solve it
twist
without
the
the
middle.
centers, well, yeah, you twist around it.
That sounds awful.
Just
rotate
thinking about
around
what
the
this
face.
puzzle is puzzling.
Yeah, but if you were to, let's say you got your green side here.
Wait,
right?
wouldn't that only be like one piece on each side is missing?
Yeah, in the center, the one that tells you what color each side is. So how it gets confusing is you build it from the bottom layer up to solve a Rubik's cube, the easiest way, instead of side by side, because that will not work. But if you build the bottom layer and it's technically 90 degrees off, you'll never be able to solve it, and you'll have to rework it and try again. And that's why it gets hard if there's no centerpiece. And that took me a long time to figure out.
Fuck that, yeah.
But then you've got stuff like the Pyraminx, which is a pyramid. It's a 4x4.
I've seen the one that gets
nice.
to like 20 by 20 or something.
I think the
bullshit.
biggest
That's
one,
like,
the biggest one right now is 17 by 17.
That's absurd. Like,
and it's like a couple $1,000s.
Why?
These puzzles.
It's plastic.
Yeah, but you don't understand until you pop something apart. I'll bring my 5x5 over here and pop it open and just let you see how small and intricate the pieces are to get them to actually
It's
rotate
really
around
intricate
each
enough to be
other.
$1,000.
just in the fact that it's probably just a ridiculous
This is just
novelty
a
item for
5x5
collectors.
And this is just a 5x5. No, there's only one of those.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the guy who it's Oscar. I can't remember his last name. He
Pink-
makes all kind of crazy.
Pink
puzzles.
Lady said it was with the whole band. She was at the halftime show at the Liberty Bowl back in 06.
Oh, nice.
Your school sounds awesome.
Right? My
And
school.
Rosario says he owned a 3x3. He likes the cube.
the Liberty Bowl?
Wait, a 3x3?
Yeah, regular Rubik's cube. It's a 3x3.
It's only 3?
Yeah.
I thought it was 4.
Dude, I think I was at that.
That's what is that? The professor's cube, I think they call it.
I don't know. You guys would know.
But I've got a 2x2, a 3x3 a 4x4.
A 2x2 sounds really
gear
easy.
ball, a gear cube, a gear shift cube. I've got a super cube, like a hypercube 1. That's the only one I have not
So
solved.
explain how you got out of it.
Insane.
Like,
for one price point. Because moving up,
some
to
of them
another
cost thousands of dollars apparently.
Well, once you get up to the point, like I've solved everything up to a 5x5. I wanted to get a 6x6. Those are $50 just for one.
Dude, the original, the 3x3s are just like are $30 as it is, like or something like that.
You can get them at like Walmart for like $8.
Yeah, they're $8. Yeah.
What?
I think you're tripping, man. Yeah.
But they're usually like $24.99 whenever I go to Walmart.
What Walmart?
Really?
do you go
Maybe I'm
to?
stupid. I don't
Maybe
know.
no. They're
Maybe he's stupid.
they're
I don't know.
they're like 8 something. Yeah. I think you're going to some crazy Walmart for.
Are you
rich
going to like
people.
Toys R Us or something?
If the Rubik's Cube is that
Them
inflated at
bankrupt
that
asses being
Walmart,
named Jack
imagine the
and
groceries. Go to a different Walmart. You can save so much money. No, but then it's like the 4x4 is somewhere around like $25. The 5x5 is like $35. The 6x6 is $50. The 7x7 is about $79, I think. And then from there, I know there was this one that was like a 12x3x4 that I really wanted that was cut into like pie slices, so it doesn't just rotate one way and then flip. You can rotate it at slight angles and then mix it up.
No.
It's all kind of crazy.
No.
I saw somebody messing around with it. I'll show it to you. I saw somebody messing around with it, and I was like, "This looks amazing."
He legit got angry.
No, I find it so interesting. I like that stuff.
So were you in it? Now I'm still trying to wrap my head. Okay, so you're doing these exponentially getting harder and harder.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than staying with the 5x5 and making your times go up, you wanted to go bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
So that's
See,
kind of what threw you
it's
away from it
because
is the
it's-
price point.
I mean, I've sat down. I mean, I spent probably 100+ hours on each of these puzzles, just working on them and figuring out better ways to do them. Like Megaminx was really fun. Cat, but yeah, I've spent a lot of time on them, and then I got to the point where I was like, I want to buy a new puzzle and figure it out myself. I didn't want to use walkthroughs because I just learned how to do the 3x3 because I was stuck on one part of getting the top done. So I looked it up. I just learned the algorithms, and you can basically apply that to any of the cubes. Like the 4x4, you basically the beginner's way to solve it is turn it into a 3x3. You solve the centers, then match up the edges, and then you got a 3x3. Same way with the 5x5. You just match up the 3 center pieces on each edge, and then that's one solid piece now. You do the centers, and you got corners,
You've
edge,
lost me
center.
already.
You
I'm
basically,
sorry.
the easy way to solve all these puzzles is turn them into 3x3s and then do the 3x3 method.
So you take the 5x5 and you rip it apart.
No.
Throw that piece of shit
I have
away.
done that just to
And then
show
you laugh at
somebody
all your
how
friends.
stupid it is only inside because of how, I mean, you've got the weirdest little shaped pieces just so they can spin around.
I have to see this. I don't believe
I'll
you.
bring it.
I always just took the stickers off.
People
That's
like
how you solve it, man.
infuriate me. That's the most frustrating
So, what's your
thing.
big one, though?
My big one,
I thought that was it.
no, that's what I was saying. I kind of weighed them out at the same was the music
Okay,
and those because
gotcha, okay.
because I spent about equal amount of time on both of them because
All
I was really into speed cubing than 3x3 though. I mean, I got down to sub 30 seconds.
That's
And-
insane. That's really good.
And
Fuck.
past that,
My high score for that was like
couple
never.
years.
Never happened.
Do you have one?
I told-
I'll show you.
no,
a
I
I,
song.
would, I can get them stickers off pretty quick.
I'll show you a song. Wait, you've got one at your house, don't you?
We should
I'll show you a
Discord
song.
voice chat. Mason, if you want to join this show, buddy, you just hit me up and let me know, and we'll schedule to be like a special guest.
Yeah, we can do that.
But I don't want to really do voice chat because then people will be jumping in. We don't know who's talking, and
Yeah,
derail it even
exactly.
further. But if you want to be a guest on the show, we'll make it happen, dude.
Yeah, maybe we'll set up a hotline style call system at
That'd
some
be-
point in
that'd
the
be a cool
future,
stream.
so we can
That
you know,
would be cool.
take live calls. I know how to do that, so maybe we'll discuss that.
I mean, it's pretty easy.
But I know how to do it with a real phone.
We should.
We
An
should.
actual
We
hot-
should be a
Probably
real
shouldn't be
phone.
We probably shouldn't be giving people our numbers.
Not even that.
It's not gonna
We
be
should
our
get a
number.
rotary phone and just stick it right there.
You should get a
We could
phonogram and just
Ryan, what's your big one?
Okay. So while y'all were debating and I was listening, I was going back and forth on this because I had two, but I'm gonna save the last one to segue into the last topic.
Okay.
I was like stupid big into recreational sports, and this is gonna be hard for y'all to talk about because you
It's
know,
gonna be incredibly hard.
but you'll get over it.
Now, how hard?
Like, okay, so I played baseball for 5 years.
I don't want to be mean or rude, but I do have to use the restroom, so I was wondering, like, go ahead and get what you're doing, and then you and him talk sports for a minute, because I really gotta pee. I'm sorry. But go ahead.
You're such a dick.
Well, you can't say, like, it's gonna be really hard for you to talk about this and not make me think this might be a good pee break. You know what I'm saying? What is it? Go ahead. I gotta pee.
So,
Thank you.
so I played baseball for 5 years, and then the ball got too fast, and I had an irrational fear of getting hit in the face while standing up there to hit the ball. You know,
yeah.
No, what?
pitchers got too quick. Like the ball started traveling at like 70 plus speeds, and
You don't want to get hit in the face.
And
I feel
getting
so-
hit in the face
So when
was
you
a real-
started, were they doing the girly underhand thing? Or?
I mean, I started at T-ball.
Oh, so you're saying as you got older, the
Yeah, like,
pitches got
I
better
played from-
and you got worse.
I just didn't get better. Like I stayed stagnant.
Right, which is the same. It's getting worse if everyone's
Is it?
getting
Is it
better.
the same?
Not really, because if he would have got worse when they got better, it would have been an exponential decrease in skill.
Like I wasn't bad. I had an irrational fear of getting hit with the ball, and it just
Do you still have that fear?
not really.
Because he
If
doesn't
you
play
went out
baseball.
on the batter plate or whatever it's called in baseball,
A bat.
I don't know.
If you go out with a plate,
It's a plate.
and you bat
It's
the ball,
Okay, if you got out there right now with like a good pitcher, do you think it would bring it back?
a good pitcher,
Does
or
it have to be a
okay
good pitcher? Can I just be? The point being, if I got back into this now, it would be more like. And it's not necessarily going to be baseball. I was going to continue, but you know you're asking questions, so I'm going to answer them. But it would be like a league, like the bullshit leagues that older people play in. Not nothing serious.
That didn't answer my question. If you got out there with a good pitcher, do you think it would bring the fear back?
Probably.
Okay.
I can almost guarantee that actually.
Okay.
If I'm facing
I mean,
90 plus miles an
to
hour
be fair,
fastballs, like not.
I'm not talking like professional.
Then
like,
you don't have to be
that's-
professional to be
that's
able to
not
throw that
professional.
speed.
Yeah.
Really?
Like,
yeah,
just being able to
professional is
throw
like
that.
120. if
But that's
you're
just
really
it.
good.
No. The top speeds in
If
professional
you're
baseball
really
are
good.
90 plus, but you don't have to be that good to throw that fast. You just have to be that good to throw that fast and be accurate.
Yeah.
That's what's worse about it.
That's worse. Yeah. That's his whole point. Is you can be standing there waiting for the ball.
Anyway, enough derailed. Enough.
But so once I couldn't get over that irrational fear of getting hit with the ball, I jumped to basketball for 2 years, and then slowly realized once I got into middle school that I did not possess the qualifications to play basketball. I really enjoyed it for 2 years though. It was really, really fun. And then I tried out for football and realized that it was too late to play any kind of football because anybody who was playing football at that point had been playing football for their entire lives and knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And like literally the first day of summer training camp is what it was called. They were like, "You're new. You get to pull it on the blue jersey, so everybody knows you're new." I was like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "You're gonna find out."
God.
So that wasn't fun. But I miss because even when I wasn't playing like with the school or with an actual like league or anything like that, we used to play like just pickup games in the yard or anything like that. And I just as the neighborhood kids got older, that didn't happen anymore. Mm-hmm. So I would like to jump into maybe not basketball or baseball or football or anything that's that physical or anything, but even something like
tennis,
a bowling league or tennis league, or
I'll play some tennis.
Like one of my drivers at work yesterday was talking about she plays in a pool league. I'm like, that would be fun as hell.
Pool?
Yeah, billiards. Not swimming.
No, yeah, they swim.
I asked the same thing. I actually
the specifications.
So do you swim or do you play billiards? And
they swim and smack each other with the water noodles.
That's polo.
No.
That's water polo.
no, polo is a horse sport where you hit it with the mallet. That's polo.
No, water polo.
You didn't specify. You
I
just
said I corrected
polo.
myself afterwards. I said that's polo. That's water polo.
You don't care.
I mean, whatever.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Wizard plays basketball. He made an 8 shot from 10 feet away. What's a shot 8?
He made a shot 8 or 10 feet away.
Oh. I don't know. Is that good?
I mean,
really?
Oh, okay.
That's the height of the basketball goal typically.
Oh, well, I made that.
Yeah.
I made that before.
The 3-point line is usually, I think, like a 15, 16 foot.
Well, I mean, basically,
shot.
he got a pretty good 2-pointer, though.
I mean, yeah, it's a decent shot.
A lot better than what I can do, I'll tell you that. I am not sports inclined.
The only sport I've ever been good at is tennis.
I'm okay.
He's pretty decent at tennis.
Yeah.
I was pretty solid at baseball for a while because I used to play baseball when I was younger, and then I just stopped liking it. And then,
Pink Lady plays soccer, basketball, and softball.
What I really
all kind of stuff.
I mean, that's fair.
You're playing sports. You're playing trombone for Leanne Rhymes. What don't you do? I'm jealous.
What I would really like to get into, and now that I'm a GM, I have the money to do, is I'd like to pick up golf.
You could buy your own golf course.
Please, don't start golfing.
Why?
Because it's dumb.
It's not. It's unbelievable.
You get out there at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then you're immediately
It's less of
really
a sport
hot.
and more of an artistry. Like, if y'all haven't watched golf, I know it sounds boring.
It's really boring to watch.
It is
actually
very boring. Yes.
Man, it's incredibly impressive to watch.
I'll say it's fun to play.
Impressive.
But it's also not fun to play.
No, because you're not like. I don't know.
What? Oh boy. Oh buddy boy.
Yeah, it's like it's fun. I've gone golfing a few times, but until you can get the swing down pat to actually hit the ball any distance, you're just gonna be mad the entire time.
I mean, that's
mini
you're
golf.
probably right.
Mini golf's fun.
Mini golf.
Do they have leagues for that? Do they have leagues for mini golf? Because I'll get into that all day.
You
can make a league.
Yeah, well, let's just go play against each other. Team mini golf. I don't care.
We used to play mini golf all the time. What the fuck happened to that?
I would love to, dude.
Well, they closed that one place.
Yeah,
they
play?
did.
No, the Golden Glow place. It's not golden. I don't know why I said that.
You mean the space
Glow
course?
Golf?
Yeah.
In Slidell?
No, in the Bay.
No, in the Bay. Yeah.
Oh, that's Galactic Golf.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
They closed that. Made me sad.
Also, that Glow one sucked.
It wasn't
That one
bad.
that you're talking about?
The one at Big Play is good though.
That one is a really good
I've
one.
never gone to that one. I've
There
been
was
to Big
one
Play.
in Pensacola that was amazing. It was really freaking good.
Pensacola's got some pretty fun stuff there.
You got some stuff going on there. Ryan, let's segue.
Excellent.
All right, so that's what I was debating between was recreational sports or Pokemon Go. Because
Oh, by the way, guys, If you don't know the format of the show, we have a wild card topic every week. Ryan is our wild card this week, which means that we don't know the topic that he's going to bring up, so we get off the cuff answers. But now that I know what his topic is, that's why I'm stalling here.
You actually don't know what my topic is.
Oh shit! Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead.
Just jump the gun on that one.
So, I was gonna say I was super into Pokemon Go for a long time, and then I just dropped off completely from it. But segue into the next topic. I'm gonna restrict this to the original 150. Pick your Pokemon party of 6.
Ooh, okay. It's so easy. What do you mean?
Hard,
it's so easy.
Is it? That's
the first 3 are a given.
Are they?
Did you say restrict 150?
Yeah, only the first 150.
Yeah, only the first 150. Right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Out of the Kanto region.
Out of the Kanto.
So easy. The first 3 are a given. You got Charmander, you got Squirtle, and you got Pikachu.
Yeah, but what
Those
if
are
maybe
givens?
Bulbasaur. Maybe Bulbasaur. Yeah.
But what if I picked Charizard?
Okay. Can we do the evolutions?
You can pick the evolutions, but it doesn't count. Like you can't pick Charizard and say that also counts for Charmander. Like
But we can't. Okay, so
if
you can have one Charmander, a Charmeleon, and a Charizard.
So that takes up 3 spots.
I've already got it. All right. Charizard. Jesus, what's his name? Venusaur. Venusaur.
Wow, you're bad with words.
Blastoise.
It's okay.
Mewtwo, Mew, and Pikachu. Done. That's it. That's all.
Mew's
Any other?
Mew's 151. You can't use Mew.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I can't use Mew, then I'll pick
Celebi.
Flareon. No, I'll do Haunter.
I'll do.
So wait, what was the 5th one?
The 5th one was
Oh, you had Pikachu, Mewtwo, and
Mewtwo.
And
Yeah.
Flareon.
Flareon. I've already got a fire type, so I'm gonna go with a ghost type.
Haunter.
Haunter. I mean,
So
I would go Golem, but he's so lame. He looks so stupid.
So
He looks the best out of the other 2 versions.
Haunter's way cooler.
Golem is a rock type.
I mean, I'm so sorry.
yeah, right. Like what?
You suck at this.
It's
Gengar.
Gengar, you son of a
I
bitch.
want Gengar. I always want Gengar. Gengar is sick.
No, Haunter's better.
Gengar, Alakazam. He's on there because
You have to do a lot of trading.
You have to do a lot of trading, but it's worth it if they don't keep him and run away.
Good luck.
That is the worst mechanic in a game.
They should
Why
have.
would you?
They should have had like NPCs in the game that would trade with you.
Yeah.
If your friends suck dick, you know.
Like what? I can't imagine how many people have lost Alakazams to douchebag friends. Like I can't. I really can't.
It's
But,
so terrible. It's so sad.
Yeah, I would definitely throw Blastoise in there too.
I just noticed you got a Pokemon shirt.
I do have a
Nice.
Pokemon shirt on.
Look at
I
that.
don't have my lanyard.
Yeah,
But
it's
both,
like it's almost like I thought of this topic in the
Both
last
my-
5 minutes. You'll never know.
They won't.
both of my lanyards are also Pokemon related, and they're also 2 of my favorite Pokemon.
By the way, Pink Lady
So,
said, I did a lot as a kid. Now my adult life is not that interesting.
same,
Ouch.
but that's okay. You know what?
It's okay. Ryan's winning now. Who's got the next move?
Right.
So,
but let's see. I have to include my
That's
2
2,
lanyards.
right?
Yeah, that was 2. I have to include my 2 lanyards. It's gonna be Snorlax and Pikachu.
Snorlax is a good one.
I have to have those 2.
He sleeps half the time. It's a lame pick.
Yeah,
Dude,
okay.
he's
Welcome to
ultra powerful,
being
though.
me. Okay, you got a problem? You got a problem with Snorlax? You got a
good
problem with
point.
me?
That's fair.
got
I'm a
good
large
point.
fat
You
man
kinda
that
look like a
sleeps like.
Snorlax.
Yeah, I do. I also hear I look like Post Malone, but that's
Also
a different
eats
subject.
like 900 pounds of food a day, though. Can you afford that?
It's all in there,
You're gonna have to take him to those orange islands, and he's gonna destroy it.
dude. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. Anyway,
Don't.
Get off the Orange Islands, man. That's past 150.
Man, if you're trying to feed a Snorlax, though, where are you gonna go?
Ash's mom's
My
house.
mom's house.
hey. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. Mr. Mime is not on my list.
Thank God. I was gonna slap you.
We should also call out the ones that we don't want on there.
Okay, yeah, the top 6 of your word. We'll go
Yeah,
back to
Let's
that.
just do
The
top
ones that
1.
just-
I don't want Mr. Mime. Let's see. I want Agumon.
That's not. No.
He's a mon.
No, we're not. No.
As much as I want to agree with
No.
you, it's not what this is about.
You only have 2, Mark. Let's go.
Okay.
What were your 2?
Alakazam and
Gengar.
Gengar.
Snorlax. Pikachu.
Okay, you're
That's
at
4.
That's 4. Ditto, because Ditto used to be my favorite Pokemon.
Ditto's
growing
awesome.
up. I love
Ditto's
Ditto.
awesome.
And I would have to say Eevee.
Just Eevee?
Yeah, because maybe when she grows up, she'll be something cooler than just Eevee.
Oh, I didn't think about that. I gotta change mine then. I do want the originals. I want Charmander, Squirtle, Venus, the plant one. Bulbasaur.
You were so terrible at this.
Bulbasaur.
Banasser.
I want the
Why do you want the originals?
Because then I can grow up with them. I don't just automatically want them.
But this isn't about like the Pokemon that you want for yourself, like to grow up with. This is about like if you're building a team.
You're already.
This is the team that you want to go.
The team that I want because I'm going to train and become powerful with them.
But the end goal with that team is to have their evolutions.
Right.
You're not gonna be like, oh Charmander, you're so strong now. Why don't you stay as Charmander? I don't want you to evolve.
Well, that's what I do with my.
The end game is Charizard.
I didn't say Raichu.
I would never evolve a Magic.
You're wrong for saying that.
I'm not.
Because unless you have Ash's Pikachu, Pikachu's a little bitch.
I'm fine with it. It's not all about strength. It's about friendship and love.
First of all, that's false because Sarge's Pikachu that became a Raichu.
Sarge's, is a Raichu.
Yeah.
And
but he was a Pikachu.
Not the second time, but who won that first time? Until Ash gave an emotional speech about friendship. Oh, I'm sorry, Pikachu gave an emotional speech about friendship.
All I'm gonna say is Sarge took a Pikachu into war, saw some shit. That Raichu did some shit before it evolved. Because how else would it have evolved? Okay, it survived a Pokemon fucking war. It is more badass than Ash's Pikachu, is all I'm trying to say here.
Right. This is what I'm saying. Unless you have Ash's Pikachu, which can magically be powered up by friendship.
I want Sarge's Pikachu on my.
I don't know that I would even battle these guys. I just want to chill with Pokemon all day.
That's not the question, though. I'll ask you what Pokemon you like to snuggle with on your bed later. Like
Caterpie.
That's what I would do, dude. No, that's disgusting.
Yeah, come here.
So wait, you're at 5, right? No, you're still at 4.
I said 6.
No, he's 5.
I said 6.
You said Pikachu, Gengar, Alakazam, Snorlax, and that's it. That's all you said.
That's not. You guys don't pay attention.
Oh my god.
We literally just talked about Ditto and Eevee.
Oh yeah.
Ditto?
And that's what went on the tangent. Dude, Ditto's badass. What are you talking about?
Okay, let my Pokemon become every one of your Pokemon and kill all of them. Fight me.
I mean, you become lesser versions of my Pokemon, but that's fine.
And I can still fight you with them.
You're gonna lose.
You would
Not
think
necessarily.
You're gonna lose.
You think if you send out a Venusaur, I'm gonna make him be a Venusaur? No, I'm gonna make him turn into your.
You only get to use the Pokemon that I have out of the time. You don't know what else I have in my pockets.
I don't know. Have you ever seen a Ditto in real life? Have you ever tried to make him copy? I'm pretty sure anything on the bench he could probably copy too. If he's just
not if you can't see. I'm sure he has to be looking at it. I mean, that's the rules of the game.
I mean,
you can't just be like, oh, I know that Gary's gonna throw out this Blastoise later. Hey, turn into a Blastoise because that doesn't happen.
All I'm saying is I'm pretty sure.
They have to look at it.
I'm pretty sure a Ditto.
Is there any evidence to the contrary?
I think in the anime he transformed.
He turns into whatever the fuck he wants to several times.
No, there's only one Ditto episode, and he's looking at Bulbasaur when he turns into it, and he's looking at Pikachu when he turns into it.
I think the prerequisite is that he has seen it before.
I think that's
then he can turn into it.
In the game, when you are playing Pokemon,
you didn't
say in the game.
If you are battling someone who has a Blastoise,
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna shoot the Blastoise in the head.
Jesus Christ.
And then I'm gonna turn my Ditto into a Blastoise.
I'm going to rephrase this question. If you have to pick 6 Pokemon, when you play either Pokemon Red, Blue, Fire Red, Leaf Green, or Yellow.
That is not what you said.
I'm rephrasing. I just said that.
I'm not re-answering because my answer stands. I don't care what you think.
You're also running into the problem that Togepi's in the game, not 150. You know what I'm saying?
Togepi's not in...
Togepi is in yellow.
Togepi's not in yellow.
Togepi's totally in yellow.
Togepi is not in yellow.
Mm-hmm. Togepi is in yellow, right?
No.
Is Togepi not in yellow?
Togepi's not in yellow. I'm going to retake off Fire Red and Leaf Green because Togepi might be in one of those, but Togepi is not in Pokemon Yellow. Pokemon Yellow has the 150 and Mew if you glitch the game. Oh, and it's got Unknown, which is 152.
Does it have that?
Not the stupid little musical note looking Pokemon.
You mean Missing No?
Missing No.
That's not a Pokemon.
It's a glitch. I understand, but you can still catch it. It just
you know
fucks
what
your
it
game
does is it corrupts your Game Boy.
Wait, not gold. Damn it, yellow.
What's a Togepi?
It's in gold.
Yeah, I know that.
Maybe that's where you're getting fucked up.
That's probably what it is, because yellow and gold's kind of the same.
I might be thinking of that also.
Is Togepi worth living?
Look who's talking.
What?
Togepi worth
That's what I just saw on Google. Ryan, what are your choices?
Okay, so one is Charizard.
It's a...
It's just because my cousin...
No, it's fake.
Thank you. Fuck off.
Oh, not if you have a Game Shark, then it's not fake.
You can also get Mew on any game if you have a Game Shark.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, Mew is technically in the 150, though.
Not
yeah,
really.
That's...
Hey.
You have to glitch that game like a motherfucker.
Who cares?
But it's still in it.
The things you have to do to get Mew in any other...
What do you have to do? Describe it in detail.
I will not.
Rosario's favorite is Oshawott. I have no idea who that is.
Oshawott is...
he's the otter Pokemon.
Yeah, he's a water starter from Black and White.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
He literally said from Black and White.
After I said that, I don't know.
It was on the screen when you
He's actually really cool.
I don't go
Stop
anywhere
lying.
past like gold.
You will.
Yeah, I mean I played
What
Sun.
about Soul Silver?
No.
You played Heart Gold, which
Yeah,
is
no.
essentially...
I'm saying I never played Soul Silver.
I stopped at Red.
Why were you commenting on yellow? What is wrong with you?
You did not. Shut up.
Anyway.
Alright, anyway, so getting back to it. Charizard is 1.
Charmander.
Lame.
Fine. Whatever. Scyther is 2.
Good one.
I mean, it sucks, but whatever. No, I'm kidding.
Go fuck yourself.
Maybe.
Arcanine is 3.
Yeah.
Two fire types. Bad idea, but alright.
Arkham Knight
So
is not a Pokemon.
it's a flying type that is equipped with fire, in my opinion,
Right,
for
which is-
Charizard.
2 for the price of 1.
Right.
So what's the point of having Arcanine? Other than the fact that he's adorable. And also Growlithe, thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Do you know he's technically a legendary?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well Zigzagoon is cuter.
Zigzagoon is a bitch.
He's cute.
Pokemon sucks.
Keep going.
Cute as
Keep going.
Anyway,
I want one.
4 is Kabutops.
The rarity. I mean, it's kind of ugly. It's like a cockroach, though.
Yeah. You don't like cockroaches?
Not really.
It's an evolved horseshoe crab.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Kabuto is way more adorable.
That is true.
Who cares about adorability? I'm trying to win Pokemon battles here, bitch.
Against 2. We're not fighting. We're chilling.
Yeah.
He's sleeping and I'm
That's not what I was asking.
Yeah, we're just fucking.
You're cuddling with a Snorlax, you're gonna die.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
You lay on
Because-
top of him.
You're probably cuddling with 2 Snorlaxes because your Ditto's gonna transform into him.
Yeah.
Yo,
you
Jamboree.
think I won't just be like, guys, fall on that motherfucker over there, and then you're done. You're gonna die.
That Kabuto.
You're done.
Live.
I will make Snorlax throw a Dittoized Snorlax on top of you. It'll be crazy. It'll be like Justice League. He'll just pick it up and jump and
Oh my god. Number 5.
You're done, kiddo.
Number 5. Oh my god.
Nothing personality.
Oh, God.
Number 5 is Gyarados.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Red Gyarados
That's a good
is
one.
better though.
Not
That's
the
not
150.
Gen 1.
Still better though.
I mean, technically it's a 150 because it's just a Gyarados, and they don't make another number.
He's
for it.
shiny. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, he's
but
really
shiny Pokemon aren't in red, are they?
And
Gyarados.
no, you can't get shiny
Okay.
Pokemon. And then number 6 is. I'm having a hard time deciding between.
You wouldn't want a Magikarp though.
Hell yeah.
Why? So I could break my teeth on it like James?
that fish is hard scaled, man. I'm just saying.
Dude, they can leap over a fucking mountain and then kill everything they land on within like half a mile radius.
Can they
It's
really
insane.
fly as far as jumping over a mountain?
They can. Read the description on Magikarp. He has enough strength to splash over a mountain, and the sheer force of his impact can kill anything.
That's impressive.
Like, it's
If you dropped
insane.
Magikarp off of the Empire State Building, it becomes a lethal weapon.
Does he die?
No, because his scales are so hard.
He's got no water though.
I mean, he'll just flop around.
He can't
see them
breathe.
flop around. They're not dying. They just flop back.
They are dying. They're not dead yet.
I mean, I've never seen one die while they're flopping.
Because you don't see things dying.
I mean, isn't
in kids'
everything
anime.
dying at every
That's not
time,
true.
all the time?
Cubone. Cubone's
Oh,
story,
dude,
tragic.
I forgot about Cubone. But number
I would have to
6.
say Cubone would be an alternate for my number 6 though, because he was also one of my favorites.
If you're gonna have an alternate for number 6, that makes this easier. The one I would pick is Dragonite for 6, but the alternate would be Machamp.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the Goro of Pokemon.
You're like a Goro of Pokemon. Fight me.
I wish. That'd be cool.
So, if I was to pick a 6 of these Pokemon can go to hell, they just disappear forever.
Are we still doing that?
Yes.
I thought we were just doing one. Mr. Mime.
Mr. Mime.
Mr. Mime.
Poor Mr. Mime.
He's
I
in
mean,
all our lists.
he got to get it on with Ash's mom. So
Yeah,
there's
he's
that.
just
I mean,
he's just
true.
he's just hitting it. It's fucked up, man.
Muck. Go to hell.
That was one of Ash's Pokemon, man. He won
I don't
his
like
match
him.
against
It's
Gary.
I
stupid.
love Muck. Okay.
I'm telling you what my 6 can go to hell are.
Okay. Muck is safe.
Jinx.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You could get in trouble for saying that, though.
Whatever. What is Jigglypuff's evolution?
Wigglytuff.
Wigglytuff. Go to hell.
You're so bad at this.
Smiggly Muff.
Smiggly. I was gonna say Igglybuff, but that's the baby one.
Yeah.
But Wigglytuff's pretty hardcore, man.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I've
Right
seen
now.
some people.
Kabutops.
I watched
like
the
them.
Wigglytuff.
Really? Man,
don't
he's
like
got
him.
scythes for
I
hands.
don't like them.
So does Scyther.
Exactly.
Get Scyther. I'm
Yeah, how many sides do you need? What are you, a communist? Get back to Russia.
And shut up. Raichu. I don't like Raichu.
Oh god.
Really?
Metapod.
I had a hard time not putting Raichu in
I don't
my
like
6.
Metapod.
Yeah, exactly. Why would? Wait, was he 12? I
Why-
thought he was 10 in the first one.
Why
Wasn't he?
12 years old go out catching dangerous Pokemon and make them fight? Yeah, it was 10.
It's
He's 10 years old.
because Professor Oak was trying to hook up with Ash's mom, not realizing Mr. Mime was there. So
But
Mr.
he had
Mime
game.
just slid right in there. Mr. Mime had that game. He was like, wrote down his number, tied it up into a plane, and flew it over there.
He wrote it on like no paper, but like tossed it to
He just
him.
like grabbed a rope and slid over to her with absolutely nothing.
Jesus Christ. What are your hated?
My hated, Celebi.
That doesn't
Get
count.
out of here.
I hate Celebi. She's got a big head.
It was their attempt to redo
Let me see.
Mew.
She looks like an onion, dude. I mean, that's
Okay.
cool, but she does. She looks just like an onion.
What?
That's a completely different topic, though.
Is it?
Yeah,
We can't spend a whole topic talking about how she looks like an onion.
we're not.
We could try.
changing
We
the
could try.
subject.
We could absolutely
probably
try.
could, but no, I'm changing the subject. I don't think I can come up with 6 that I hate that much.
Okay.
Really?
Because a lot of them, it's just like,
So the only
I'm
one that you
un-
hate is Mr. Mime.
yeah, I think he's a
Right.
dumb Pokemon.
It is dumb.
I
You don't
see
think
no-
Jinx is dumb?
I mean, she at least gets some sort of use on occasion. I've seen people battle with her. I've
Mr.
never
Mime
seen.
is useful, creating invisible walls. Come on.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's pretty
Man,
cool.
Is it?
That's real cool.
It's weak.
That's
You can-
real
I mean,
cool.
Alakazam can use barrier. I mean, that's not.
Yeah,
it's not-
it's
Alakazam
fine.
also floats and has spoons.
Mr. Mime.
Two of them.
Mr.
Two
Mime,
whole spoons.
I hate him. I'm
Man,
not
if you're
trying to
hungry
debate
and you
that.
need a spoon, he's got you, dude. Like,
He doesn't have food.
so he's got the
You
utensil.
just said if he's
which
hungry,
to-
are you gonna scoop him up and eat him?
No,
I'm
but if
saying
you're
if
hungry
he
and you don't
gets-
have a utensil, he's got you.
Yeah, if Alakazam
It's a
is
very
hungry,
niche problem.
If Alakazam is hungry,
Is it?
It is.
he can just mind control somebody to bring him food and then use his spoon.
Brian,
to
which
eat it.
ones do you hate?
That's all I'm saying. Best Pokemon. 10 out of 10.
So, first 3 are every single form of the Bellsprout evolutionary chart. Bellsprout, Weeping Bell,
Bellsprout's
Victory
cool.
Bell. They all
Weeping
suck.
and Victory, but Bellsprout's cool, man. Don't
I
hate on
can't.
Bellsprout.
Victory Bell is
Bellsprout.
one.
Bellsprout looks
Terrible.
ridiculous. It's just like a stick with a face.
It's adorable. He's got that kissy mouth.
Can it make
Nah,
any
it's
other face?
pretty awful.
No, it's pretty cool. I like the way it's... Because it doesn't have any muscles. It's just like stick. It just wobbles around. It's pretty funny. Anyway, continue.
Damn.
Rude.
2 is wheezing.
Yeah, that's
I don't really care for wheezing. I like
Coughing.
coughing. I like
Coughing and wheezing.
And I like Arbok and Ekans or whatever.
Those
Because
are awesome.
just because of the Cobra and
Shut
Snake
up.
backwards
Shut up.
thing. I think that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yes. What about Muck?
It's a K. It doesn't count.
Okay, semantics. Yeah, Cobra spelled the K too.
Semantics.
If you look at Arbok, it's spelled the K too.
Okay.
He's got a
Cobra's
solid
not.
point. He's got a
Snake,
solid point.
Snake is fine though.
Yeah, but my point still stands. Muck is a good Pokemon. Leave him alone, Kerley.
It's not.
I'm gonna leave Muck off the list just because I don't hate Muck.
Graveler sucks. He
He
goes number 2
stinks.
on my list. Graveler's number 2 on my
So
list.
what? It's like his biggest thing.
I'm gonna take his first form though. Muck's cool. Grimer's stupid.
Grimer's just Muck, but fat.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's
No, that's Magnemite. I hate Magnemite.
they're annoying, but they're very useful. They power
They're
like, all
literally
kinds of
the-
buildings. And
Like
stuff.
if it, they're the reason that I have a hard time finishing Pokemon Snap.
That's
They're so
it's so
easy.
easy to
Just
get that.
taunt it with
What
a
do you-
berry.
It doesn't matter. It's the noise. It's when you're trying to take a picture. It's awful. It's enough to make me want to like throw down the controller and just turn the entire thing off. Like
Have you ever considered the mute button on your TV?
no.
Oh,
Well, that's right.
guess we solved that problem real quick. Somebody's a little picky, but also a little too lazy to use the volume control. That's another topic.
No, because the game's got good music.
I like them.
Yeah, I like Magnemite. It's really cool how that one girl on that one Pokemon cover sits on top of it.
I got another one.
And it doesn't
Seaking.
seem like
I
a
hate
big
Seaking.
I was about to say Goldeen is like
Goldeen's cool.
no, she's not.
Seaking
She's
is
awful.
like an ugly doofus.
She's awful.
Hey,
Why
first of all-
why does Goldeen change? Why does she have a sex change while evolution?
That's why I don't like
Because
Seaking.
some fish do that.
Do they?
Yes, there are
Really?
a lot of fish that have sex changes. There are fish that, if a couple is together and they lay eggs and one dies, the other will swap sexes to take care
I
of
did not
it.
know that.
I didn't know that either, but Seaking still looks like an ugly
That's
doofus.
why they do that.
I like Goldeen.
Interesting.
I'm just saying. I'm just defending. I'm not saying they're fantastic Pokemon. I'm just defending the reason they do that.
I did not
Man, we're learning a lot of facts today.
That
I'm
is
just
interesting.
Bringing
That is
out
very
random
interesting.
trivia that has nothing to do with anything.
Are they
That's
all
all I'm
real?
good for.
Have you told us
Yeah.
any lies?
No.
You should bring up one really bad lie, but really commit to it every show,
Kerley's
and we'll
really
never know
good
which
at
one
games.
it is.
Curly is really good at games.
It's
true.
That is a lie.
It's true.
That's a complete
Fact.
It has to be convincing.
I would never lie.
Shit. What else?
So my last one is Meowth.
What?
I hate Meowth.
I hate you.
I can't stand Meowth. Like the evolution doesn't make any sense. Like he goes from being this anamorphic, like stupid looking fucking cat to like this thing that actually looks like a cat, like a much cooler cat. Like
Yeah, but who jammed that coin in his head?
that's why the fuck does he have a coin on top of his head? Why the fuck is he the only Pokemon that can speak? Why is he so fucking annoying throughout the entirety of the entire show?
Okay,
Why the
the
fuck
thing
does
is-
Dragonite turn orange?
Okay, so
who cares about
the
that?
reason he can talk is because they did experiments on him. He's the only Meowth that can talk.
I understand that, but it's still stupid.
But it's because they
and
did
they didn't do
experiments
experiments on him.
Yeah, they did.
He
grew up
learned the
on the
language.
streets.
He
Yeah,
learned the
look it
language.
up.
It's in the
No,
show.
look it
Learn
up.
it, you
They
idiot.
literally shot him in the leg. They drug him into a laboratory and they injected him with a bunch of liquid.
You're such a fucking idiot.
He told me that. He told me the lie.
Like, literally
man.
just spent like a year learning how to speak English, but no other Pokemon on the face of the planet has ever decided to do that. Like,
That's because they're too busy killing each other.
None of them grew up on the streets of Brooklyn or wherever he was at.
he's annoying.
I like him.
His voice sucks. Like, everything about Meowth is garbage to me. He's a terrible. Why would you catch? Like when he catches him, I make him faint every time. Like I'm not even entertaining the idea of catching that.
The voice actor for the anime was annoying, but his normal voice, like meow, is really cute.
No.
Yeah.
You remember hearing him say Meowth on Pokemon Snap?
That's not tied to
Meow! Yeah, it's awful. It's fucking
They were
terrible.
copying the show, but like on the normal show, when you see other Meowth, they don't do that.
I don't think I've ever seen another Meowth actually say its name on the show.
Dude, there's like an episode with like 50 Meowths in it, and all they say is Meowth.
Terrible.
That's all they say.
They don't sound like
terrible
they don't sound like messed
just,
up Danny DeVito.
Yeah, they're just normal cat sounds. They're just Meowth. That's all they say. And then he's like Meowth, 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 and they're like, yeah, they said go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
It's like really gang shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How about that Squirtle Squad, man?
Through all of this, we can all just agree on one thing, right? That Ash is a complete trash.
Yes.
As a trainer,
he is a complete trash.
He's the worst.
Complete trash.
A complete trash.
A complete trash.
As Ryan so Clinton.
I was gonna say, as a complete trash trainer,
he never gets credit, and he doesn't even care. Like,
anytime he does something good, he immediately follows up with something stupid.
Yeah.
He gets a Butterfree, lets it go.
He lets everything
Pidgeotto
go.
evolves into Pidgeot. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Charizard finally starts listening to him. I'm gonna leave you behind. I don't need you anymore.
I still haven't figured out what's going on there. Are they together or not?
No, they're not dating.
That is all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You can catch us next week, probably earlier in the day, probably noon Central US time.
Maybe not. Remember, we were trying to switch it around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We will be back to next week, Thursday.
Kerley will be updating people as to what time it will be once we get that sorted out.
Yes. You can find me on Kerley Studios Gaming, and you can find D-Rock, who is not here, at Squid, Horror Squid, and me and him are in a band together called Defy Me, not him. But I love you, and you will have a wonderful day or night.
Goodbye, all of you.
Goodbye.